I do want to hit to start the show what was no question the most disappointing finish to a Hall of Fame weekend I can remember. I've done 14 of them now. And I'm sure that our friends in Canton, Ohio, and Stark County, Ohio, that we met. Did we meet all of them pretty much when we were there?
We met a lot of great people.
And I want to thank all of those in the Canton and Youngstown markets that came up to us over and over, and everybody in the state of Ohio that listens to the Rich Eisen show. I think personally walked up to one of the three of us to talk about our show. We're so thankful, so appreciative. Everybody in Stark County, Ohio, Canton and the surrounding areas, all they are doing today, normally all they would be doing today after a Hall of Fame weekend is spending every single waking moment getting set for next year's class. Honestly, they don't take a day off there. It's always about what can we do to improve this event, what just happened, what can we do to improve it, and what about next year's event. And now, I mean, everybody's talking about the fact that the Hall of Fame game had to be canceled last night because I guess there was a paint issue is what they're discussing. When it all comes down to it, the new field at an $11 million, I guess a newly renovated stadium, at least partially renovated stadium, $11 million is what Tom Benson gave, the Saints owner gave to the Pro Football Hall of Fame. And they couldn't get it ready for play last night for a game. ESPN's there all dressed up, ready to go along with the Colts and the Packers, and they have to cancel it on a beautiful night in Canton. It's embarrassing. There's no other way to put it. I'm sure that folks at the Pro Football Hall of Fame are beside themselves. And with all honesty, and we're friends with a lot of them there, David Baker, all he wants to do is make this complex, the president there, this complex, this game, this event, as big time as the rest of the NFL is in the eyes of America and the football-loving public. That's all they want. They're putting their hearts and souls, millions and millions of dollars to make sure that this space becomes as world-class as the NFL would like it to be, and they would like to be along with the NFL. But this is embarrassing. This shouldn't happen. And over the weekend, all we heard was rumors, murmuring, flat-out discussions, reporters locally asking the commissioner, Roger Goodell was there, about the possibility of holding a draft there one day. And I can't think that this would do anything but undercut a possibility of that happening. I hope it does happen because it would be incredible. We saw over the last 2 years in Chicago what it's like to have the Big Ten community, the Big Ten world, the football world of Minnesota and Illinois and Indiana and Wisconsin and Iowa and Ohio and Pennsylvania and Missouri and Iowa all come and descend upon a spot. And if you hold it in Canton, I'm sure you would get an incredible turnout, but that just shouldn't happen. It shouldn't happen. And a lot of people think that the game shouldn't happen either. Now, I'm of the mindset that it's a football event. If you can hold a football game or a reasonable facsimile of, we know that Rodgers and Luck might not have played last night either, but just to see, again, the kickoff to a season, that's what the Pro Football Hall of Fame is about, that we honor the past, we honor the Favres, the Bartolos and Stablers, which, by the way, that was an incredible moment this weekend also, which we will discuss on this show. Because it shouldn't just be about, well, the paint got screwed up and Canton screwed up the game and blah, blah, blah. The rest of the weekend was truly remarkable. Truly remarkable. I think they should still hold a game. I know that many people think that a fifth preseason game is useless. Last year we saw the Steelers lost their kicker, Sean Swisham, for the season.
Swisham.
And that hurt. Not just obviously Swisham, but the team. Those things happen. They happen. We saw Jordy Nelson on a field, on a regular grass turf, just have a non-contact injury. He's out for the season. But good on everybody for just canceling it. Just forget it. And it shouldn't happen. It shouldn't happen. It's embarrassing. It's an embarrassment. And it was an incredible weekend otherwise. The speeches were remarkable. They really were. The night was incredible. The jacket ceremony was great. The rest of the hall, I strolled through it. It's being redone. It's being recast room by room, essentially. Unbelievable. Dungy's speech was great. DeBartolo's speech was particularly awesome. Favre's speech, 36 minutes in length. It didn't feel that way. The moment when Stabler's bust was revealed and his grandson kissed his head, started crying. The other grandson was emotional as well. Surrounded by all the Raiders on the stage. Biletnikoff, Brown, and Shell. They were all there. I know I'm missing a couple else who were up there, too.
I mean, I'm getting goosebumps just hearing you recount
Just
this.
seeing all the Raiders, and then, the videos that they would show before each induction, each speech for the living members. When they showed Stabler's speech, I turned to Kurt Warner sitting to my left on the NFL Network set. I said, how in the heck, not hell for him, how in the heck did Stabler not get in all this time? And then Favre beginning his speech with the story of December 18th, 1983, when he and his dad and his brother went to a Saints game and he laid eyes on Ken Stabler for the first time and said, that's what I want to be. Then he goes home and he blows up his brother, who was at the game with him. His surprise birthday party ruined it because he went in the door first and he was so embarrassed, but he saw an attractive young lady in the room who he laid eyes on for the first time, his wife, who introduced him at the Pro Football Hall of Fame, talking about that day, how he laid eyes on Stabler and Deanna Favre for the first time. An incredible start to his speech. Great weekend, but an unfortunate ending.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.